Thank you very much. As you've discussed and we've discussed here, NIST will continue to fund the works in the areas of cybersecurity, and I've certainly been very interested in that given all of the recent problems that we're running into there. So I wanted to ask, of the $74.2 million request in cybersecurity, more than half supports R&D efforts. Can you just give us a little picture of some of that R&D taking place and how academia and industry are involved, and just a little view on that, if you could?
Well, we have a number of efforts in cybersecurity. First of all, we have a very robust laboratory-based research program in cybersecurity. But this is an area that is moving very, very rapidly, and we saw the need for reaching out and including industry in this, and we established our National Cybersecurity Center of Excellence, where we work with 22 companies in that area to work on problems that they see as a priority, and sort of take our standards that we develop sort of based on our authority and bake them into practice working with these 22 companies. That is working very well, and we expect that to continue in the future. We have a NIST program, which is National Initiative on Cybersecurity Education, where we are trying to educate the next generation on the value of cybersecurity and actually provide training in that realm. And we are improving or increasing our bench depth in cryptography, both from a defensive as well as an offensive perspective, if you will.
Okay. One of the things that I hear from the companies in my district is how difficult it is for people to get clearances. And so, so oftentimes you get this talent, and these kids are really good who want to come out and work in this area, say, and work for the government, but the clearance process takes forever. Have you found that a problem as you're trying to get talent within the government too?
Well, certainly it's a challenge in the area because there's a limited supply. However, we are very aggressive, and we are, I think, addressing that issue. Certainly.
Are you able to shorten the time? Because the problem is, these kids are coming out, they're getting recruited by a lot of private companies where they're going to make more money than in the government. So if we're going to get them into the government and have them working for us, we need to make sure we can streamline that process and not lose them because of sort of bureaucracy within.
I could not agree more.
Right. Okay. Let's see. How do you, given the importance of cybersecurity, and it's certainly in the forefront of our minds on a lot of these issues we are dealing with, how do you decide to increase spending in other areas and pick your priorities on this? And do you feel comfortable where we're at on the cybersecurity budget?
The committee has been very generous to us over the last several years in cybersecurity, and certainly we think that we have the resources now to deliver our mission in that area. And we look forward to continuing to work with you to make sure we can titrate this as we go forward, to make sure that we maintain the resources necessary to deliver our mission and work with both government and industry to improve the cybersecurity posture for our country.
Okay, thank you. And I know we have, the NIST is hosting its next cybersecurity framework workshop on April 6th and 7th. Can you give us a little insight into what changes to the cybersecurity framework that we might see featured there?
Well,
give us a little preview of that.
We actually don't know.
Okay.
The reason for this meeting is to work with the industry to determine what changes we might need to make to that framework, how quickly we might do that, and how. So this is an information gathering meeting so that we know how to blaze the path forward with that framework.
Okay. Thank you. And I now yield to Ms. Esty for her 5 minutes.